Welcome to Inside Guelph. I'm your host, Trish Stevenson. Thanks for joining us on your roadmap to the Royal City. We have a ton of information for you today. We'll have your weekly book review with the Guelph Public Library and all the great, well, not even all of them, we can't get through them all, but the great events happening during the summer at the various branches around town. Fairy Fest is here, a new location, so you want to stay tuned to get that information. And starting us off with your city update, it's Mayor Farbridge. Welcome to the program. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you.
Yeah, lovely to see you too. You always have a ton of information when you come, and you want to start off with U of G.
Yeah, I thought we'd talk about the University of Guelph because there's a couple of things happening right now. It's their 50th anniversary, so there's been all kinds of things happening through the year, but a lot right now going on. It's also President Alistair Summerlee's last convocation this week, so the convocation is happening this week, and there's some farewell events for him as well. So, yeah, so May 8th was the official anniversary. That's when the legislation bylaw was enacted to establish the University of Guelph. It obviously had a history in our community earlier as the Ontario Agricultural College and the Macdonald Institute, but officially as the University of Guelph on May 8th in 1964.
Because that's right, when you look around the beautiful campus, it's clearly there's markings of older than 50 years, right? It's been around. But you want to, it's really a huge contribution to our community.
Yeah, so I think it's a nice opportunity to sort of reflect on the importance that of having a university in a community and the role it's played in our growth and development. And it's almost like a little mini community in the broader community. But we're so tied together. Our growth and development and what we have in our community is so much tied with the University of Guelph as well. So, obviously, it's a major employer in in the top 5 of employers in the community, and an employer that withstands the ups and downs of an economic crisis, which is important in a community as well. So.
Very important.
You know, it's estimated about $750 million of economic activity is generated by the university, so the economic impact is huge.
And the vibrancy. I loved how you said it's sort of its own microcosm there, because what can happen is a university can become quite insular, but the community and the university have done such a good job of making sure that we're interacting and doors are open.
Yeah, and we've grown all around it, right? It's not on the edge of our city, it's like we're completely encompassing the university.
Yes.
So it's had a really big role in attracting talent to our community, and that's increasingly becoming important today. It's always been important, but today the types of businesses that we're seeing growing and emerging in our community are all around innovation, and so the talent that the university brings is an opportunity for us to keep them in our community, and a lot of people stay. A lot of people come to the University of Guelph. They choose it for various reasons, and then when they get here they end up choosing the community, which was my story. I came to the University of Guelph. I chose it because I loved the campus and had the programs that I was looking for, and then very soon after that I realized that this was the community for me as well. And I think those are two tied together. You get attracted to the University of Guelph, and it's not surprising that you're then attrred to the city of Guelph as well.
It's one and the same. Yeah, absolutely. Doing such a good job that way. And you're saying that Summerlee, so this is it. I mean, he's had a huge impact.
Yes, and I think there's a number of things that his legacy, the Bracelet of Hope campaign, and raising how that started in our community with Anne-Marie Zadlik, but then there was the Bracelets of Hope fundraising way through the universities, which spread to other universities as well. So he was a big advocate of that and continues to wear his bracelets. I don't think he ever takes them off. So continued big advocate for that. He's done a lot around world hunger and bringing a summit, and there was the activities in the last couple of years of packaging meals and setting a record for how many meals, 1 million meals packed, meals to address hunger. Another interesting program that was the first university to do was Leave for Change, where staff are given an opportunity to go overseas and to make a difference in another community. And so based on their experience and the success of that program, the City of Guelph is emulating it as well. So we have a couple of people who will be participating in a Leave for Change. So they volunteer to take their own holidays but we support them to go overseas. And so from a leadership development perspective, really, really huge. And for development of talent internally, and retaining good staff as well by giving them really good opportunities to grow and learn. So that's another one.
I would actually say, and I'm sure he would agree with me, that being a leader this way in these different programs is, because he's such an important figurehead, the fact that U of G actually has so many other people following that example, but they are just much more quiet about what they do there. Huge breakthroughs in science, lots of research in agriculture, and they're just doing their job at having an international impact right here.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. United Way is another one. He was the chair of the United Way campaign in our community for 2 years, and the university continues to be one of the major contributors. It's about $500,000 that they're contributing to the United Way campaign every year.
Massive.
So there's lots of, I think, lots of things to reflect on the university as a whole, and lots to think about the last 11 years under the leadership of Alistair. And I think the town and gown relationships continue to just get better, and the opportunities. So it's a good time to reflect on that, I think.
Brilliant timing. And you wanted to also draw some attention to Margaret McKinnon.
Yeah, Margaret McKinnon, former member of council, passed away. She was a great mentor to me, coming on, and a number of women on council. She was the third member. There was a woman called Elizabeth Mowat. She was appointed in 1948, but she didn't win the next election. And then the first person elected was Elvie Lovell, and she was elected in 1956. But then Margaret McKinnon was the third.
Nice.
And very involved in the community, arts community, a big advocate of the River Run. She's one of the reasons we have such an exceptional performing arts centre in Guelph.
And she was 90 years of age. Yeah, she had a long impact, long life, a long impact in Guelph. Always good information from you, of course. Your website is a fantastic destination, and are you still blogging? Will you be blogging throughout the summer?
Yes, I will be,
I know, I like your blogs. You're making it transparent. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for the city update.
Pleasure.
Lovely to see you. Taking a short break. When we get back, it's Fairy Fest, and we've got some creatures that are joining us on set, so you won't want to miss that. We'll see you back here in a moment.